are the Nobodies. What are we doing here today?
Today we are talking to Adam and Black Cat Bill from the band Dropout Kings. How are you today, guys?
Good. How are you guys?
Pretty damn good, I'd
Yeah,
say.
we're doing fantastic. It's now 7 o'clock. We are from New York, and where are you guys from?
Arizona.
Yeah.
It's got to be a lot warmer where y'all are, right?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's like perfect outside right now.
Pretty nice.
We've never, ever been there. I've never been to that part of the country, actually.
You'd love it. Come through sometime. It's
Yeah,
cool.
definitely.
We're gonna
Come
try.
check us out.
We will. So we have so many questions for you guys that we hope you could answer. First of all, I want to know, how was Shiprocked?
You want to go?
I mean, it was super lit. It was like,
There's no words.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say. It was incredible though. Like it was just a week-long party. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
Okay.
Truly.
Well, Adam, this is an interview, so there should be words.
Yeah, right. It was just like surreal. It was surreal. It was kind of crazy, man. Like we played on a beach at a private island, and it was just like, you know, you're playing to this crowd on the beach, and then there's like the boat in the background, and like the water's like you could like literally see the fish through the water. Like it was nuts, dude. It was cool. It was amazing.
Where was it? What part of the world?
It was in the Bahamas that we played. Yeah, it was so sick.
In what, Dominican Republic?
Yeah, Dominican Republic.
I was going to say, because I remember DR, the water is clear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, super
It's amazing.
kind of crazy.
So did you guys see a lot of boobs?
Oh, my God.
Nah.
No, none, right?
Nah.
No.
Yeah, you had your sunglasses on the whole time.
Yeah. Blocking out all distractions.
Yeah.
I don't condone him. I don't condone what he says.
Me neither.
All right, so how did the band meet, and how was it formed?
Yeah, introduce yourselves.
Yeah. So basically, I was in another band, and at the time, and basically it was kind of on like the tail end of its lifespan. It was called like the Bad Chapter, and yeah, like I still wanted to like do stuff and like musically and like stay relevant. And so I was like, dude, I want to do some covers on YouTube. And so I did some covers on YouTube, and then I wanted to do like a Linkin Park cover. And then I was like, I want like a legit rapper to like rap Mike Shinoda's parts, right? And one of my friends from high school, who I like somehow Bill winds up knowing, like post this video, and it was like an AZ Underdog Cypher, it was called. And it was just like 4 different rappers, and they all just spit like a different verse, like freestyle. And it was a bunch of local guys here in AZ, and I saw Bill on it, and I'm like, dude, that's the guy I want. And so I reached out to him, figured out who he was, and then I reached out, and I was like, yo, I want to do this cover, blah, blah, blah. His manager, who's now our current manager, Larry, responded to it and was like, he's down, blah, blah, blah. So we link up, we do the cover, we hit it off immediately. The cover does like amazing when we put it out. And I was like, dude, let's just make a band out of this. And then that's how it all happened. And then I got one dude from my old first band called We the Collectors. And then all the rest of the dudes from the Bad Chapter, and then Bill. And then we just started doing it.
Nice. Now, Bill, good. You got a question?
No, what's your question?
No, I was going to say, Bill, when you got the phone call, what were you doing at that time, and you know, how'd it feel?
I was just rapping. I had been doing my own solo thing for almost like 6-7 years at the time. So I was just working on my own, you know, career and just doing my thing. And it was kind of, well, it was cool, first off, to like the cipher that I was in with those other 4 guys. That was kind of like my first cool moment with music, like doing something and having it out there in the world. So just the fact that, Adam had kind of saw that, I guess, or whatever. And that was why he asked me to do the cover was cool, because it just like affirmed that I was like, oh, cool. Like some things that I'm doing are reaching other people that I didn't expect. But I definitely I had never planned on, I didn't listen to metal music and really wasn't planning on ever doing anything like in a band as far as like a permanent thing. I was like I was saying, I was kind of focused on my solo career. So it just kind of organically, seemed to be, it was just like an experience. I was like looking at it from my point of view, like that's something I've never done and it's outside my comfort zone. So it'd be cool to try something new. Yeah. And, we just had a good time with it. So we didn't stop, I guess. You know what I mean?
Now, did you find that the style of music changed for you when you were rapping? Like, were you, because now you just go batshit crazy. Like, you're just angry.
He always goes batshit crazy.
It is a lot more. Yeah, it's a lot more intense. Like I made some intense songs before, but more the music that I listen to and kind of make is more like I'm an R&B, kind of classic, like smooth, consciousy hip hop lane. So to go into music where people are screaming and like with the heavy guitars and the live instruments, is definitely a different vibe, and that was something that like excited me. As well as I was like, oh, cool. I feel like nobody in this genre has ever been able to rap like I can rap, because I've just been doing that my whole life. So it was just kind of like a cool mix of worlds where I was like, damn, I get to learn and experience something new. And I also get to kind of showcase my ability to a whole new set of people that maybe don't even listen to hip hop or don't even, have rap on their radar. So like just that crossover was like really, that's always been something that's like kept me being like, oh, shoot, I got to keep coming back and keep doing this. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
So how did you guys become Dropout Kings then? Did you like come up with the name first and then actually start doing the band stuff? Or was it like, okay, we're going to go with this and like, it already figured out?
It's a funny story. Like we started off called Phoenix Down, right? Because like I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, and so I had that name, and we're from Phoenix, right? So it was like a double entendre kind of thing. But so we put out like 2 songs like by ourselves, and then we had a manager managing my old band, and he was like he pretty much sent our stuff out to like a bunch of like, industry people. He was trying to facilitate a deal. So a guy wound up hitting him back. And after those 2 drops and was like, hey, like Napalm Records wants to sign you, blah, blah, blah. So we started getting into this dialogue. And then when we started getting into like the nitty gritty of it, there was already a band called Phoenix Down. And they were like, they were like already like not a band pretty much at the time, but they're like, yeah, we don't even want to mess with like any of that. Like just think of a new name. And we're like, bro, it was already so hard to think of that name. So yeah, we went through this whole process, and then we were like landed on Dropout Season initially or something along that. And they're like, well, what about Dropout Kings? The label was, and we're like, we hated it, bro. We hated it at first. Like we did not like it. And they're like, just trust us. Like, this is going to work like this, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, all right, now I can't imagine it any other way. Like, I feel like it would have been way less successful than it is now, just if we can remain Phoenix Down. I think that name has like a ring to it, and I trusted their foresight. And, no matter what happened in that whole situation, like, I'm glad that at least did, like it worked out.
Well, even the logo, Dropout Kings, has like a royalty look to it. It feels rich. You know what I mean? Like you guys,
I feel that.
You guys are kings. So what you're doing is correct.
Thank you. Oh,
I feel like
I'll
it's
take that.
definitely. I like it now for sure.
Yeah, no, you guys. When we first heard you guys, we were like, wow, this is because, like you said, the rap and metal thing it's been around, but you guys bring it to a whole new level because this guy's an animal up there, man.
I gotta be honest. When I first heard them, I was like, are they okay? They seem angry.
They're very angry.
Yeah,
Then I was like, wow, it's really good.
Yeah, when you got a baseball bat filled with nails,
right?
Sometimes,
exactly.
I feel like it's just like any kind of music, you or art in general. Sometimes artists are definitely just kind of like those type of people where it's hard to judge a book by its cover because you meet so many people that look one way or you've seen their social media and it seems like they're into something and then you meet them and they're they're like a whole other side of them or something that you had no idea. So that's like a fun thing for me. Like people seeing me be on the stage and getting to turn up and go crazy because I feel like I have my moments when I'm pretty outrageous too, but most of the time when I'm off the stage, I'm very like just kind of laid back and chill. So people are always like, dang, man, like they come to the merch booth and they're like, oh, sometimes they'll be like, dang, you guys are like really chill. Like, I'm surprised you're just having conversations with people late and chilling out. And I'm like, yeah, man, it's whatever. So.
Well, now I want to ask, is there what inspired you guys to have like the angry style to what you guys do? Like, was it some guy you met at the supermarket you hated?
It's just like, I think it's just that it's exactly to Bill's point of like, with like, we're chill people, but that other side of us just comes out when we're writing stuff, and that's how we get like our aggression out and all those emotions and all that stuff. It's just channels into like that, It's just our experiences,
There you go.
Yeah, it's definitely like, I think it's kind of just, it's just like a reflection of like life. It's like I was saying, like I still make solo music and write like hip hop stuff. And when I do that stuff, it sounds a lot different. But the point just being, it's nice to be able to express yourself in a lot of ways because, all the stuff that I do in my own music, I'm not able to express certain emotions or articulate certain things in ways as much as I like as when I get to do it with the band. So I feel like it's kind of just, and the band means something different to everybody in it, I think, like professionally wise and artistic wise. Because like for me, I'm writing like a whole anime and the lyrics have an entirely double meaning. Every single thing that I say in all of the songs has like a literal meaning for real life and a whole other meaning for as it relates to the story that I'm creating. So it's kind of like that's a whole other thing that's fun about it too. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things about it that I think are just interesting that help it organically become a different experience for the listener and for us, that the people that create it. So
that's great. So we noticed that you do a lot of collabs. You've been with Head PE, it's pretty well known. So how do you get in contact to all these people that you've done collabs with?
We just talk to them, bro. They're like homies, they're like label mates, and we just started dialogue. Maybe it's at a show, maybe it's at a festival, maybe it's over Instagram, maybe it's Twitter, whatever. That's how all of them have happened. Like it's as simple as that.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So like when we contacted you, I went through Instagram, and with Instagram, it's like throwing a piece of meat into the water and hoping a shark bites. And here we are today. So that's
right.
That's
exactly in the similar sense when we were trying to go to like bigger artists that we looked up to and stuff. Like it was a similar feeling, and here we are type shit, So,
yeah, I feel like you just put yourself out there and you never know what could happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't, you nothing ventured, nothing gained, so to speak. So
facts.
And me and Adam in particular, which is nice, obviously, since we're both singers, but I feel like we're pretty social people. Like we're pretty outgoing people. Like if we see somebody that we like, or we see something that we want to be a part of, like
we're going to shoot our shot.
We're going to be like, what's good? Like, what's up? Like we're trying to, I'm not like, then that's like another thing that's fun about the band. Like I used to be kind of lot more of a shy person.
Me too. Me
Like,
too.
oh man, like I don't know. Now I feel like I don't get starstruck around anybody. I just see him. I'm just like, that's just another dude. What's good? I'm
Exactly.
fired up. And then people come up to me. They're like, do you know who you were just talking to? And I'm like, oh, that old dude over there. Yeah, man, he's cool. And they're like, that's not no old dude. That's da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, oh, damn, I didn't even know, man. He was chilling. Like, so it's like, but I think people appreciate that energy. And that's a major part of helping us. People wanting to collab with us besides us making music, we have these organic relationships with people a little bit beforehand and stuff. So it's not just strictly business, we kind of got a feel for each other. They're like, okay, these are guys we could like hang out with at the bar at night and kick it or something. Let's make a song too. Like, and so it makes sense.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Yeah.
Well, all right. And then so let's get on to some personal stuff. What was said to you guys? What was said to you guys when you were younger, or just any time in your life that you've carried with you throughout your life?
Like positive or negative, or
positive or negative? What do you carry with you? Like somebody said something to you that whether it's through your music or just through life, what was the one mentorish?
No, whether it's good or bad. Though I'm a little curious.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I had if it's something I don't think it was something someone told me, but it was this, maybe my inner monologue, higher self, whatever. But no matter, I wasn't good at anything when I was a little kid. I just wasn't. I never had real talents or anything. But every time I closed my eyes, I would see myself singing the songs that I would be listening to, and I would be on stage doing my thing, and that resonated with me throughout my life. And I didn't think it was a realistic possibility necessarily, but I knew that's what I liked and I wanted to do. And I just kind of continually relentlessly chased that later on without realizing. I mean, there just wasn't an option. I just wanted to do this, and then it kind of just manifested because you create your reality. I put enough focus, attention, and basically it all just happened because, I mean, atoms behave differently than when you're looking at it, when you're not looking at it. So that just tells you your observations, your intention is what they're doing those motions for. It just tells you dictate your reality. What you put your focus and your intention to happen. So that's just that's what resonated with me. I don't think it was a person. It was more that than anything. What about you, Bill?
Bars.
Appreciate you.
I'm at a spin right now.
He's making fast.
I think for me it was no one cared who I was till I put on the mask. Nah,
oh my God, a Batman quote.
But I don't know if there's anything specific either. I think. When I was 6 years old, I do remember my mom saying she had bought me a little electric guitar and a little keyboard, and she was like, "You're gonna be my Jimi Hendrix." And at that time, I was not even into music. I was just trying to play football and do karate and stuff. I wasn't even thinking about music. But it's kind of funny now how that manifested too, like he was just saying. So that's something that as I got older, it became more relevant to me. I was like, that's really crazy how my mom
called it,
decided that. And now I'm in a rock band going off, traveling and stuff. So that was really cool. But I think, just a lot of cliche stuff, just taking it to heart, just honestly, just people telling, whoever those first friends were, and family members who just kind of just were like, yo, I believe in you. And I think you're very talented. I think you're really smart. Those things stuck with me.
Nice.
Every kid kind of grows up, and you got some bullies, you got some people that encourage you, and you got to kind of make the decision what you're going to focus on. And so, fortunately for me, I had enough good people around me wherever I lived that were just like, hey, I think if you put your energy into this, you could do something special. You could do something, bigger than what most of us or what most people might attempt to do. So just hearing that the few times that some other people really looked at me like that, because I wasn't ever looking at myself like that. I kind of took that to heart and let that spur me on to be like, hey, maybe I could be a star. Why not me? You know what I'm saying? So
very nice. So
I'd say you guys hit that level. I'd absolutely say you guys hit that level.
I I still think every day I'm like, we're a new band, no one's heard of us, and I just try to keep it that way, bro.
That's what makes you improve.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair.
Well, yeah, I've always said that once you think you're great, your career's over. You always got to strive to get bigger, man.
Yeah, it's the same with people that think they fucking know everything. They're the ones that don't know fucking anything.
Well, look at the band Metallica. You know, they're still putting out things all the time. So, you know, like just because there's someone out there that doesn't know who they are. As big as they are, they're still putting out T-shirts, commercials. It's like, okay, you know what? They're Metallica, and they still have to do it. It never ends.
Yeah,
right up.
You know, so they just keep that in mind, because yeah, that's life. That's just life. But so what made you become singers? Did you pick up instruments any time in your life?
Yeah, I played drums for like 14 years before I was ever a vocalist, but I would like practice in the shower and like my car and shit. And then like I remember one time we were trying out like this vocalist in this band I was in on drums, and I was just like showing him like the parts that we wrote to try out for it, and he was like, "Why don't you just do it?" And I'm like, "Dude, I play drums in this band, so like I can't." But yeah, then eventually that band broke up, and I'm like, I'm gonna try vocals, and then I was like, yeah, this is the shit. I'm not going back to drums. That's too much shit to worry about. And it's
maybe you should do it. You know, if you want to get better, like you said, surprise everybody and play some drums in your next album.
Yeah, well, I haven't done it on the album, but live I've done it like at shows and shit.
It is funny. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Is he good?
He got some skills.
No, don't hesitate.
You started
Why are you hesitating, man?
You just
he definitely not Joe, but
yeah, no, I'm not Joe.
Joe's a drummer, so but for a dude that don't drum, he be drumming, man. He better than me for sure. I can't hold no beats on the drum, and I played drums for like maybe like 2 years or something when I was in like third, fourth grade. So that's all out the window now. I don't even remember what I was thinking about. But being a singer, well, like I said, I was rapping. So rapping is something that a lot of people do by themselves. So just listening to rappers and starting to get into music really through hip hop mostly. I mean, I heard a lot of other things my parents played in the house that I liked too, but I got fascinated with hearing people rap. And as I listened to it more and got older, I just was like, there's some stuff that I would like to hear rapped about or hear people rap in a way that I've never, I kind of just haven't heard anybody rap like that. So instead of kind of waiting for someone to do it, I just decided, hey, I'm going to be my own, favorite rapper. And I just started rapping,
There you go. Well, who's some of your inspirations, both of you?
In general,
like what music did you grow up on?
Well, more so than music though, like I didn't really I don't like idolizing people, and I don't like when people idolize me either. I don't like that. Like, it's weird to me, but like the one person I did have on a pedestal was Michael Jordan. Like, that guy motivated me to like want to do a lot of stuff. And,
nice, that's the first.
Like that was the person I was like, you're awesome. Like, cool. But musically, I don't know, like System of a Down and like new metal shit, Linkin Park, like a lot of shit.
So basically what you're telling me is the tattoo of your face I was going to get on my shoulder, don't do it?
Yeah.
I mean, I got tattoos of people, but it's more of just like a period of time that was captured, like more than anything.
I feel like
I think people are better than you because they do what certain things. Like, we're all just human beings.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like when people try to put that on people.
I think definitely like, I mean, for me, just like, shoot, man, I got a list of I just listened to a lot of music, so it could go on forever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Tupac, DMX, Aretha Franklin, Marvin Gaye, Rolling Stones, Robert Plant. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar, T.I., Busta Rhymes, like there's a bunch of people. There's no point even trying to put it in order, but just being an artist and learning to appreciate other people's art and just try to see what they're trying to articulate and see how they push the envelope for expressing yourself and creating a story and a narrative and stuff like that has always been interesting to me, whether it was music or otherwise. So like Adam too, sports, a lot of athletes, especially basketball and football and martial artists. I always look up to guys like that have the discipline to just put physical work in and put a lot of energy into something that most people are too lazy to even do 10% of. So that's always something that makes you want to try harder. And then probably, social people that, just stand up for themselves and fought for something.
Perfect.
Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Muhammad Ali, like Marcus Garvey, stuff like that. Fred Hampton, Huey Newton, like people that just, they might have died for what they believed in, but they went out like a boss. So like, I'm just like, if I can even put a bit of that energy into making music, then I'll be great, because those people literally were like going against people trying to kill them and still like went
every
hard.
day.
So I'm like, if they can do that, then I can get on stage and rock out, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't be shy. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, what is the plans? Brag about 2023 for the Dropout Kings.
Please indulge us.
Yeah. Well, the things we can talk about: new album, April 7th,
Heck.
and that's like really it.
We'll be on the road.
Yeah, we'll
That's
be on
all
the
we
road.
know. We stay busy, so we're gonna be out. I plan on dropping some solo music too. Don't got a date for it, but that'll be fun, juxtaposed to the music with the band. I think just some extra, more lit stuff to listen to. That's all cool. Though a lot of this, that's kind of like, that's about it. That's all we can say.
Okay,
Your neighborhood's gonna be at your doorstep in a little bit.
Hey, well, we have, I'm trying to think, what have we announced? Well, we're doing Blue Ridge, so that's really gonna be that's sick. That's one that we haven't done yet. That last year we got to do Louder Than Life and Rocklahoma and some pretty dope festivals. So that's one on our checklist that we're excited about. I think other than that, yeah, that's like the only one that's like far away, but it's definitely going down.
Blue Ridge, that shit. We're playing that. A lot of festivals and stuff.
So I'm like, other than that, I don't know. I think that's it. That's all we got out there. But we'll be on the move. Just know.
I hate to be that guy, but
I know it sucks.
We're gonna put your all your link tree in our description. So as you're putting stuff out, they could just click on the link in our description in this video, and they'll get to everything. So
that's what we need. Yeah, because we definitely got a lot planned.
We know the album's coming out April 7th. Is there anything on that album you guys would like to talk about? Or is it even that too much?
I mean, no, like, I'll talk about it.
Talk about anything on the album, yeah.
Yeah, I think we really tapped into some stuff that we haven't yet, and I think we achieved like this new cohesiveness that I don't think we'd have before. And and there's a lot of different shit on there. That's how we like to do every album, if you've noticed so far. Like, there's a little something for everyone: heavy shit, light shit, medium shit, rappy shit, metal shit. And I feel like we kind of like me and Bill, really, our dynamics really just locked in more and more. And I mean, even the stuff I've been working, I mean, dude, I've written like 50 song ideas since then, and I know Bill's probably written twice as many as that, like, since then. just sitting here, and I know the next stuff after that's probably about to be even crazier, so it's always just a fun adventure, man, just like life is, and I feel like it's a good reflection of just an explorative venture as life is itself, and I'm excited for it, man. That's
nice.
what I'm hyped for.
And do you guys get together with the band, or is everything through emails? And how do you guys get?
No, we get together, and like we'll kind of like me and Bill will like write stuff on our own or together, and we'll be like, "Hey, I wrote this, and like here's the subject matter," and we'll like collaborate there. You know, like one of us will start one or whatever, but we'll pretty much start a lot of stuff vocally with the beat, and then and then when we're ready to like record an album, like when we're going through an album cycle, we'll all isolate ourselves for like 5 weeks or whatever in a room and just destroy a million songs. You know.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like, ditto. I'm just overall just stoked to have another album. You know, we only have one. Glitch Gang was a
full length
EP, but yeah, it's nice to get another full actual album out and just keep developing the sound that people that are familiar with us, have kind of come to be like, okay, start to get the picture. But I think there's just still a lot of room to grow. And we definitely took a step or two in that direction of really just finding our own space and making just making trap metal a thing, making taking rap metal, new metal, whatever, but taking it to a space that maybe, you haven't heard everybody ever take it before. So I'm very excited for people to just hear the beats, hear the lyrics, hear the way, me and Adam both, it's crazy because now, obviously like I was just rapping and he was screaming, but now Adam's, rapping ability has improved.
My vocals, you're singing on stuff. Yeah.
So, we have all like improved our skill sets and again, just, all the music that we make. Awesome. It's just got a whole bunch of content in it within just the songs in and of themselves. And again, like how they're connected to other things that we're doing. So I can't wait for people to just be able to jam it out and sit and actually just think about some of the stuff that, we get to mention and talk about.
Sounds exciting. It really does. I'm super excited.
So I assume Riot Music is going to be the last thing we hear from you guys until the album, or is there another?
We got some more.
Just wait.
Yes, and we will wait. So, what would you say to up and coming artists that are trying to get into the business? What's some positive things you would tell them, or just what not to do or what to do?
Well, don't think so small. Don't think local. Think like it. I mean, the only limits. This is the best way to put it. The only limits you have are literally the ones you put on yourself and other people put on you. Like people want to put a genre on what we do, and I don't really know how to quantify it. We say a couple things, but what it really comes down to is the dynamic that you have as a band, and that's like the dynamic Bill and I have as a friendship and how we are as humans. And look, there's only 7 notes in a scale, right? It's the same 7 notes in every scale. But what makes the difference is how you arrange those notes, right? And that's where the personality comes from. And I feel like just ring true to that. And also, if you're a young band trying to come up, storytelling, like making content that doesn't feel like, like when people are like, yo, pre-save my new song, it comes out, like no one gives a fuck. Right? Like we need a story, right? Like, who are you? Why should I give a fuck? Why are you different than this guy or this girl or whatever? I mean, like, that's what it is. Like, there's so much competition in the landscape. They need more than just the music. It's not really the music. Like, everybody just wants to feel like they belong somewhere, especially everybody wants to have a sense of belonging. And I realize that especially since the pandemic, because especially we were all so isolated. But if you can facilitate that feeling for people and create the sense of community, that's where you have a fan base, and the music is almost secondary, right? Like, there's bands out there that like a lot of people don't like musically or whatever. Maybe they quote unquote like suck to most people, but they like them as people, right? Or whatever aura they're all radiating. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Music is, it's a weird thing. It's hard to explain.
Being an artist is like definitely just a fickle thing in general. So like, yeah, you just got to be true to yourself, step out your comfort zone, and what I'm saying, like, and set your boundaries too. Like, learn to say no, learn to tell people like, well, that's not what I'm into, so that's not what I'm gonna make. What I'm saying? it's definitely easy to get kind of manipulated or influenced by people that are outside of your artistic world, or not having really anything to do with your art other than they're trying to find a way to get some clout or some money off of you. And so like they're going to have a bunch of suggestions for you. Oh, I think you should work with this person. I think you should hook up with this person. But, you know what I'm saying? If they really like if they really rock with what you do, they're going to support what you do. They're not going to ask you to do something else. So like, you know, just be able to stand 10 toes on that. And, and just kind of trust that process of like, everything's not going to happen overnight. But when you just keep putting the work in every day over and over, just like anything else, when you study for a test, when you lift weights, when you do whatever, after you do it for a decent amount of time, then all of a sudden it's super easy. And everybody's looking at you like, wow, you're so smart, you're so strong, or you're so talented. And it's like not really about talent most of the times. It's definitely just about putting that effort and that energy into it.
It's more
discipline and consistency.
Yeah, right. You know, it's all those
people want to be rock stars and stuff because like they see parties, right? They see like rappers rocking hella chains and stuff, and they're like and chilling with girls, or if you're a girl, you know, you see a bunch of you see stuff like that, and you want to do that, and like who doesn't want to do that? But then you gotta just remember the other half of that goes into getting that work. Like the desire's got to be there, and then you got to match it with the work ethic, because you can't hold the championship rings if you wasn't in the off season lifting them weights and getting them shots up. You feel me? So that's what it's all about, doing the things when nobody's looking at you, when you're chilling in your room by yourself instead of going to the party. Write some more songs. You know, little things make big difference.
And back to his point, it's like, and what we were saying earlier about manifesting things, visualize what you want, and whatever rings true to your, whatever you define that as, your higher self or whatever resonates in your core being. Like if you just unwaveringly have perseverance and trudge through the shit, things will happen. Nothing's going to happen if you don't take the leap of faith. You have to take the leap of faith. And that's the whole thing to it. But not everyone's going to get there, right? And that's why, you know, if everybody could do all this shit that people are doing, like, you know, they want to play these festivals, do all this shit, dude, we would all do it if we could, right? But it's like fucking overnight success is a product of 12 years of hard fucking work or longer, you know?
Well, you know, it's like, we're well off, but I've put in 7 days a week, 12-hour days for over freaking 25 years. And people's, oh, look, he's rich. I'm like, no, I'm not rich. I'm back broke, man. I got calluses on my hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they don't see that. They just see the camper in the driveway. It's like, come on.
Right. That's all they know. I feel like my boy Tony. Oh, this even attaches to what you were saying, like some advice. My boy Tony in high school always said, like, we got to become adults fast. So then, like, the faster we become adults, the faster we could be kids again. And like when he used to say that, I used to be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Dude, but he used to say that, and then it became apparent to me as I got into college.
When you had life experience.
Adult, like, oh dang. Yeah. Like, the quicker you just buckle down and get your work done, then you get to go play, right? Then you get to do all those fun things that everybody wants to do, but most people don't want to put the work in to do it, so they don't ever get to do it. So like if you just tough it out again, you skip some parties, you skip some of that extra fun curricular stuff, and you're like, nah, today I'm going to go put in some work. Then in the future, when everybody else is like sitting at home like, man, I wish I was on stage, you'll be on stage. So you got to sacrifice something to get something, right? But like,
you gotta be selfish.
Understanding that and committing to that and taking that risk, like you said, then you'll be straight. It'll work itself out.
Bill, I just want to say, I feel like half the things I've heard you say today could be lyrics in songs.
Like, and not for nothing, I was sitting there going, I think I asked a question of what people said to you that you took into your life, and you said, oh, nobody said anything.
Yeah, no,
that was Adam. That was
you just told us like 100 things.
Quotes. I had quotes, but they didn't pop up as fast as I wanted, I guess. Right. But I'm definitely yeah, we talk long enough. I'll get philosopher with you for sure. Like,
That's awesome.
I'm very much into those type of conversations and being able to like articulate feelings and thoughts and just consider a bunch of different perspectives.
That's amazing.
And then Adam, as for you, I assume you've seen Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. So on this note, this has been the most fantastic interview. So
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we want you guys to join us in our outro, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, that's the part where we awkwardly scream at the camera.
I'm used to that. That's what I do.
Right, that's what we do. That's what we're known for.
Everyone at home, remember to hit that like, subscribe button, and tell us down in the comment section below who else we should have on the channel. And press the bell next subscribe button to get notified every time we upload a video. Dropout Kings, thank you guys so much for joining us today. This was really fun.
Thanks for having us, man. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having us. Yeah, let's do it again sometime for sure.
Sure.
We're running back.
I'm Son.
And I'm Father. And you are?
Dropout.
Dropout Kings.
Rock on!